So I'm going to start right from the beginning and give you some idea of the health of my parents. I was born to two elderly parents in their 40s. My father had asthma, bronchitis regularly every winter. He had multiple food allergies, eczema that came and went. Sometimes his whole body was covered in it. And he had colitis as well, which is an eczema on the inside of the colon. And my mother had anxiety, depression, and she went in and out. Mostly in the winter time she was worse, summertime better. So I lived with this year after year after year. I was quite an anxious child, withdrawn, not prone to socialise much, physically active, reasonably active, but when it came to doing sport I noticed I had breathing problems, and later realised I was asthmatic, and I found ways to hide it. I didn't realise I was defending myself, but I defended myself instinctively. By the time I was a teenager, I had muscle pains, and that went on into my 20s. I had various nervous type symptoms that I couldn't be put under pressure. Examinations were very difficult for me. By the time I was in my early 30s, I was suffering joint pain, muscle pain, fatigue, and mood swings as well. And I was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and I knew that wasn't the right diagnosis. Later on, I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. So by the time I got to 50, I was overweight, menopausal, so I had menopause symptoms. I was over emotional, very poor concentration, very bad mood swings, very overwhelmed, easily triggered into an emotional explosion if I was faced with any change, sudden change. But generally, brain fog, insomnia, fatigue so bad that I could only function 4 hours a day. I was arthritic. I had pain from top to toe in all my joints and muscles. Multiple allergies, environmental and food allergies. I had all kinds of spasms in the body that came and went, cramps, migraine on a regular basis, sometimes couldn't function for 48 hours. I was in a dark room. Life was hell. I got to the point where I was screaming at the universe to say, help me, send me somebody to help, because I knew nobody could help by that time. I'd been round everybody, doctors, alternative therapists. I'd done yoga, meditation, Pilates, cranial osteopathy, you name it, I was doing it. Acupuncture, nutritional supplements, different diets, and so on. So somebody told me about Christopher Drake. Well, I think actually the thing that really helped me was singing exercises. I had a singing teacher, and that really gave me relief. That kept me mobile, singing. So I knew breathing was important, and I mentioned this to a friend, and he said, oh yeah, I know who you should go to. I'll send you the link. And that was Christopher Drake, and I realised it was the Buteyko method. And about 3 months later, I got in touch with Christopher. It took me 3 months to take the plunge. And within 3 days of practice, the brain fog was lifting after I practiced, and I was sleeping through the night. And I hadn't slept for 14 years, so that was significant. I was now able to rest. I practiced further couple of weeks. I had more energy than I'd had in years. And then I went into cleansing reactions. I'd had bronchitis and asthma and pleurisy, so my lungs were very weak, and they went into cleansing. That took about 6 weeks to sort out. Then I had various other cleansing reactions that went on for some months. But generally, after 9 months of practice and constant supervision, my life completely transformed. to the point where I felt like a 6-year-old. The energy of a 6-year-old, it was extraordinary. I'd never seen anything like it. So from then on, I just started to work with Christopher and help other people to get the results. And that's what I've been doing ever since 2008. Well, many people come to us with breathing problems as severe as bronchiectasis, COPD, and emphysema. So emphysema is damage to the alveoli. And as long as you can change your level of CO2 and maintain your level of CO2 in the lungs, doesn't matter that the alveoli are damaged, you can get more oxygen into your cells and you can breathe much more easily, and your quality of life improves enormously. That's what I've seen. Same with COPD, it's damage to the bronchus. Same story. If you practice really well with COPD, over a period of 3 months, you get high pauses, you can get some repair to the tissue in your lungs. I've seen that too. That's been demonstrated in scans. Bronchiectasis, there is no treatment for it at all. It's wet asthma that's actually got so bad that it rots your bronchus, and basically you're drowning in mucus. So I've seen that reverse. It's very slow, but for people who persist and they've got high pauses and they just get on with the job every single day, they never give up, they just manage their health and they can outlive other people. And I've seen it happen a few times. And very surprisingly, other people have expected them to die and they don't, as long as they keep practicing. So other things I've seen, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, it's very much easier. It's quite easy. Asthma is easy, mild asthma is easy. I've seen very severe asthma reverse and transform. All kinds of hormonal disorders. Hashimoto's is a very common one. Problems with periods, menopause, regularly, routinely. People who do the work, they get out of it. Diabetes I've seen reverse, and we've also worked with type 1 diabetes where the pancreas isn't working anymore. So what you can do is you can do the method and you can manage your insulin level and function with just the right amount of insulin so that you don't get the side effects of the overdosing of insulin. So you don't have problems with the eyes, no problems with the heart, and no problems with circulation. I've seen all kinds of things. I've seen rheumatoid arthritis, the symptoms abate. I haven't seen the limbs that are all sort of gnarled and bent. I haven't seen them change yet, but definitely symptoms go, and this disease doesn't progress. Multiple sclerosis, I've seen extraordinary improvement for people with multiple sclerosis. But such deep diseases, the students have to keep practicing for their life. It's a lifelong practice for them. I've seen lots of people with chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia reverse their symptoms. Lots and lots.
Yeah. Beautiful. I think that's good. I think that's it.
So, I mean, for me, the whole thing is an extraordinary transformation. To be able to offer this to people is such a blessing, because we do make huge, significant benefit. We do make a huge difference to people's quality of life. And working with children, of course, is an absolute joy because they get very quick results and get themselves out of all kinds of unnecessary difficulties.